Here we go, welcome to Buscar here, just outside Cooney or Kuno, depending on whether you're a local or not, but great entertainment provided by the organisers with some really traditional entertainment. The crowd absolutely spellbound with this, and so were we, I have to say. Tossing of the flags up in the air was pretty spectacular on a really sunny day. And Roberto Locatelli, the former 125 World GP champion, also the 250 GP runner. Well, the team presented officially in front of the Italian fans with the Supermoto of Nations the very first time and the very first cup that's been won in this series. The girls in plentiful and looking rather gorgeous under the sun. They were young, they were old, but the racing certainly was going to be spectacular. Balducci, Girardot, Van der Bosch and Bolle on pole, row 1 for the starting grid. Row 2 there, Aurelia Rollins, Sylvain Bidard, Max Manzo and Massimo Beltrami. Further down, row 3, David Gozzini there, Rivaglia, Charrea and Boris Chambon. Nesta Jorg, the only Spanish rider in the class, with Giovanni Bussai, the old boy, still out there racing and still keeping us well and truly entertained, I have to say. Graziano Rispoli, 17th, row 5. Further down on row 6, well, they are Riccardo Cavazzana, who rode, and Dondi, who rode with the junior team last week in the Nations with Italy and took 4th position. Brilliant result from the guys, I can tell you that. Okay, the lights are about to come on. 1, then you'll see 2, then 3, then 4. They'll go out. S2 race 1 about to get underway. Who's going to get this one? Here they go. Well, it's Aprilia's at the moment. Looks like Bolle's got the jump on the rest. The number 5 machine, the former world champion, Frederick Bolle. Van den Bosch there in 2nd place. Girardot there in 3rd. Is that Bidar in 4th? Well, can't quite see. It looks like a Honda as they come round. Here it is. It's 5 that leads. 101, 8. No, it's 121. It's Massimo Beltrami that's there behind that set of a triple Aprilias. So Aprilia at the moment, 1, 2 and 3. Not at all surprised as far as this class is concerned, but Bolle already pushed back to 2nd place. Van den Bosch has found his way through. Well, Frederick very, very strong in the off-road section. They're about to come up to that for the first time. Just in front there of the pit tents, that's the and on the off-road section, Frederick there with Girardot behind him. Well, expecting Frederick to close up on Van den Bosch in that off-road section, but he hasn't. So 3rd place, Jérôme Girardot, the Frenchman. So we've got France, 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. Then it's Beltrami, the Italian, back there behind those 3 Aprilias. Well, I have to say that Aprilia, with making their debut into motocross next year with a couple of well-known riders, there is Charrea, Aidan Charrea, who of course rode with the French team into 2nd place last week in Ireland for the first ever Supermoto of Nations. There is Charrea. Well, his brother Thomas, of course, out now with a hand injury, or wrist injury, into that off-road section. This is where they can make and break, as they say. Laps are ticking away already. There's a TM in front. That would be the 38 machine. Indeed it is, of Fabio Balducci, part of the winning Italian team of that Supermoto of Nations last week in Ireland. What an event that was for the first ever. They said the baby has been born, and ho hail, it came into the world screaming and shouting. There was no two ways about that. That was the loudest cry I've ever heard from a baby last week. But it is Van den Bosch on the Aprilia in this off-road section. We're expecting Bolle to be faster through there, but it just doesn't appear to put it together. There he is. You can see him just behind. Frederick, very strong off-road rider, has all those, and he's now beginning to put it together. Here he comes, closing the gap. Well, he loses a bit on the asphalt, but he gets it right back there in the off-road section. But as you see there, Van den Bosch's machine, well, they're identical bikes, all running on the same tyres. Of course, all on Dunlop. This is a sponsored series by Dunlop. It's a one-tyre make series, so there's real no advantage. They're all running on softs back and front, with the odd exception of the odd person that's decided to go for a hard on the back. But most of them all running softs back and front, so it's all down to the man who twists the right grip, who can get the bike in and out of these corners faster. Van den Bosch at the moment is the man that can do just that. He leads the championship coming here today, very much on course to regain a world championship that he hasn't seen. And look at these shots from our cameraman. Look at that. Back wheel, front wheel and foot. Absolutely superb. Charrea about to pass Balducci on the TM in the off-road section. Are they safely through? Oh, that's banging and bashing time. But look at Bolle. Bolle had a try there. He tried to get past Van den Bosch. Didn't succeed. It's getting rough out there now in the off-road section, I can tell you. But it's Van den Bosch. Bolle making that last ditch attempt as the laps ticked away. Well, is he going to have another go? Or will VDB just keep the... Oh, that was... You saw it there. Front wheel got away from Bolle. He was lucky. If that foot had not been out, he would have been on the floor for sure. No two ways about it. Bolle, number 5. Let's have a look at that again. Watch that front wheel. Oh, you just see a tuck in there, and that foot went down. Now you know why that foot goes out. Brilliant bit of control by the former motocross man, but this is the man that's out front at the moment. Thierry van den Bosch, the Frenchman, 101, and he, well, I think that's going to be one for next year, the way this man's going. Last lap, last chance for Frederic Bolle to close up. He's too far back. I don't think he's going to do it. It's going to go Thierry van den Bosch's way for sure. He's going to be right in there and taking the 25 points to increase his advantage in the World Championship to 215. Jérôme Girardot back in 3rd. 2nd in the championship coming here, but it is the checkered flag for Thierry van den Bosch. Bolle, Girardot, Beltrami, Scherer, Balducci, Pinotti, and, well, Graziano Rispoli. Good 8th place for the Suzuki rider. Further down, Max Manzo, well, former member of the European Supermoto winning team. Bidar, Gosini, Chambon, Jorg, Buono, Dondi and Verderosa getting the grips without Aprilia. So the final point scorer is Giovanni Bussai. He might be old, but he can still hang on to the bike. What about our race winner? Was he happy with the result?
Yeah, especially in the off-road. I passed Fred very quickly after